Hello, everyone, and this is messages for people who was born in January. It doesn't matter what sign you are. This is for all people who was born in January. And this message is for today, May the 14th, 2017. And this is the message for the people who was born in January. So the one first message that you have for the people that was born in January is you need to stop complaining. Okay, that's your message. You need to fucking stop complaining. You have it made. You have everything that other people always wanted. You have everything that you always wanted. You're in a good place right now. You have a good job. You're in a good relationship. You're in a good marriage. And if you're single, you're fine with that. Your finances are good. Your house is really beautiful. You have a nice car. You have good family members. You have positive friends and people who love you. Like, your life is good. Yes, everybody goes through their little ups and downs. Like, everything ain't peaches and cream. We know that. But this is not talking about this. This is a car that says you need to stop complaining. You got it made. You got it made. What are you complaining about? Your advice is you got it made. So why you keep complaining? Like, this is the type of person that complains about everything. Like, this is somebody who has, like, how people say she has everything or he has everything, meaning like you're in a good marriage, you're in a good relationship, you have somebody who loves you or care about you. You have family and friends who loves you. You have positive people surrounding you. You have people who look up to you. You have a very good job, or you own your own business and it's successful. Like, you are on your shit, as the young people will say. You are fucking doing good. But every time that people turn around, you're complaining about something. Always something. You always complain about something, and everybody's looking at you like, why is she or he complaining? He has everything. He has nothing to complain about. But you're always, and you're not grateful. You're not grateful for the things that you have, because when somebody complains a lot and they got a lot of stuff and they're not struggling like most of us out here, and they complain, they're ungrateful people. They don't realize how good they got it until it's took it away from them. But we're not going to get into all that. We'll get into all that stuff on my other pages. So basically, this message is saying to you, you need to stop complaining. And your advice is, well, this is not advice. This is just a message. You got it made. You have it made. Stop complaining. What are you complaining about? This is a person who complains a lot too. When you get that message, you could be a person who complains a lot. Like, all you do is complain. Like, you ain't even happy for the shit that you got. Like, you got a nice house. Okay? Everybody got fucking bills. You ain't the only one that got bills. But you got a nice house. But you're always complaining about something about your house. It's never good enough. You're a person who complains a lot. It ain't never good enough. No matter what this God does for you, he can't make you happy. It's always, when he brings you flowers, always, oh, why you bring me that type of flowers? Or, well, you got that from Walmart. Or, I don't want no flowers from the dollar store. Like, you always complaining. No matter what anybody do for you, you complain all the time. Which some people call that, you're a bitchy person. You're always bitching all the time about something. That means you always complaining. And you need to stop that. Your advice is stop complaining before everything that you have get taken from you, and then you're going to have a reason to complain. Stop complaining. Okay, this is for January. People that was born in January, that message is for you. Stop complaining. Your other message. Now, you got two messages, or you got three messages here. You have daydream of achieving goals. You have adding um, imagination to a relationship. And you have an important message will arrive. So I'm going to pick important messages will arrive. Now on these cards you have past, present, and future. So you have daydreaming of achieving goals. That's what could be your past. Present could be adding um, imagination to a relationship, and then your future is an important message will arrive. So let's go with important messages will arrive. And this is I'll just show the card to you. But I'm not really showing cards, but I'll show these cards though. And that's the card that you got. So important messages will arrive. Basically, this is talking about like messages that's gonna come to you. Whether it comes to you in a dream, whether it comes to you by email, by text, by word of mouth, by phone, this is an important message that will arrive. It might come to you in the mail. And this message, since you got the message that says you need to stop complaining, since you got stop complaining card, and then you got an important message will arrive, this message that you have might be a message of something being taken from you. You might be losing your house. You might be, or it could be something positive. It could be a positive message, or just maybe somebody's going to tell you you need to stop complaining. Maybe that's what the message is. Since you got that message card, maybe somebody's going to call you up on the phone, text you, email you, Skype you, whatever, Google you, or however everybody does whatever everybody does, because all this technology, they might call you on the phone. However the message is, it might be a face-to-face message, it might be, but they're going to tell you in this message, whatever this message is, it's going to tell you to stop complaining. Whether it's written, whether it's whether it's somebody in high places, like a boss, or I don't know, employee, not employee, you're a lawyer or something like that. So you know how people type letters up and they might not say that you need to stop complaining, but when they type you a letter up, they say it in a different way of telling you to stop complaining, but they use other words for that to make it sugar coated. So instead of just saying you need to fucking stop complaining, they sugarcoat it, like they throw some other words on there. But that's basically what they're telling you. So you probably going to end up getting a message telling you not to stop complaining, because you got an important message will arrive, and then you got the you need to stop complaining card. So somebody's going to give you a message and tell your ass to stop complaining, and let you know what the fuck it really is, and how life is really hard, and how you got a fucking made and you need to stop because you got a good ass man, and a lot of people don't have good men. A lot of people can't find a man. You can't find too many men that don't cheat on you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're doing good, you're successful, and you could be somebody that struggled, that been through a lot, that was broke, never had nothing, and you made it to the top on your own without nobody's help, without fucking nobody or sucking no dicks. Okay, you without your looks. I mean, you might even be a pretty woman and still made it to the top without your looks, because you're a successful person. This could be somebody successful, but you are a person who complains all the time. You are a complainer. That's all you do is complain all the time about something. Like my mom's one friend, that's all she does is complain. Every time you go to her house, get your hair done, get your perm in, she complains all the time. It don't matter what it is. It's her knee, it's her back. It's always something. It's like she's never happy. It's a spot on her floor, for real. It's a spot on her floor. She'll see that spot and start complaining about it. Just wipe that motherfucker up. Damn. Ain't that serious? So this is about somebody who complains. Y'all, you are complainers. So that's why you got the need to stop complaining. And then at the bottom you have you got it made. You got it made, nigga. You got it made, bitches. I hope you're allowed to say that on here. If you don't, they'll delete this and I'll just do it over. But this is about having it made. You got it made. Where are you complaining? Because you're a complainer. That's what I call people like that, complainers. You are a complainer. Let's put this person, and you know who you are, and it might not be you. It might be a family member or a sister or brother or aunt or mom or a friend or somebody around you that you know that always every time you see that motherfucker, they complaining. You can't even say hi to that mother. As soon as you be like, hi, how you doing? They start complaining. Conversation comes with that person complaining. That's all you do is complain. So people duck you like, oh shit, here they call you the complainer. They be like, here go the complainer. Everybody watch out, here go the complainer. And people start running. They running from you now. They running, they hiding. And you wonder why everybody acting funny and strange. You like, well, motherfuckers trying to act funny and strange. What the fuck? And you thinking it's because they jealous of you. No, they ain't jealous of your success. They ain't jealous because you got this, because you had it going on for a long time. So this could be an older person in their 60s. I'm not saying that this could be somebody young too, but what I just heard is an older person in their 60s. But it could be also be you. But whoever you are, you know who the fuck you are. You complain all the time. Stop fucking complaining. And if you don't know that you're doing this, now you do. If you're watching this video, now the fuck you do. And if the person is not watching this video, if it's your mom or your sister or your brother or anything, just be like, I want you to watch a video real quick. I want you to see this quick video. And then let them listen to this video. So that way maybe they can see themselves then. But some people just never see themselves. But you're a complainer. But that's what it's saying. So this message is for the month of January. Anybody who was born in January, you need to stop complaining. That's the card that you got. That's your message. Stop complaining. You got it made. Your other message is an important message will arrive. So either you already got this message, or this message is coming to you, or this message is going to come later on in this year. But I'm doing the cards for this today. So this message is for today. It's not for tomorrow or the next day. It's really for the day. But you can take it how you want it. So an important message will arrive. So your important message is stop complaining. Somebody might really give you a message on Facebook, be like, stop complaining. You got it made. Or by email, or by a letter, or by text. It could be anybody. It could be your boss. Your boss might call you in the office and tell you everybody's getting tired of you complaining. That's all you do is complain. Like, stop complaining. Like, you do a good job. You're a good person. Why you always complain about like you got everything that you need? You know, where you complaining, you have nothing to complain about. So you want to get a message about complaining, period. And a lawyer can send you a message and tell your ass to stop complaining too. Like, especially if it's somebody that you know. Like, some people have lawyers and they had this lawyer since they was little, or they knew this, or that's a friend or a lover or something, or somebody that the brother or sister are related to, or just a lawyer that you had for a long time and y'all cool like that. And he might text you and put in some other type of words, and basically he's telling you stop complaining, but he might not put it as blunt as I just put it, like you need to stop complaining, but he's going to put it in a certain type of different, he's going to phrase it differently. That's what I'm saying. So that's y'all message for the people in January. I don't care what sign you are. If this message is not for you and you're not the person complaining, then fuck it, don't worry about it. If you know somebody who's complaining, then the message is for them. But I'm reading for anybody who was born in January. This message is for you to stop complaining. If you're not a complainer, it ain't for you. This is not for your mother or your sister or your brother or your aunt. This is really for the person that was born in January that's looking at this video. But you might have an aunt or cousin or somebody that complains a lot, and you might send them a text to be like, stop complaining. You got it made. So there you go, January. February. Let's see, February. You are a negative person. Damn, February. Okay, so February, you are a negative person. That's what you are. You are a negative person, February. Why y'all so negative? This is for people who was born in February. I don't care what sign you are. You're negative. Period. You are a negative person. You think negative. You always talking about negative stuff. You get up in the morning talking about negative shit. I mean, you got your husband telling you, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of your negativity. You are a negative person. Like, you got people not liking you. You got, because you're negative, not because of the way you look or they're jealous, but you're negative. Every time they see you, you talk about something negative. You'll never have nothing positive to say about any. Excuse me. You don't have nothing positive to say about anybody. When people see you and they say hi to you, it's always something. You always got something negative to say. When a conversation strikes up and you and your friends, or because I see a couple people gather around like in a circle. You know how like after school, or they don't be after school, after the club or something like that, and everybody, had a nice time, and you know how everybody get like is around in a circle, crowded around, they just having a friendly conversation, everybody laughing and having fun. Here you come, here come negative, here come negativity. Start bringing up something, talking negative, bringing up fucking negative shit, and negative shit from the past and shit, bringing up old shit from back when you was in school. Remember when we was in school and you called me ugly, or just something, just negative shit, just some negative shit. Always trying to start something. Always got something negative to say about somebody. Look at her shoes. Like, them shoes, they cost $100, but look how she don't need to wear those shoes. Look how she wearing them. Like, just always, you always got something negative to say. You always thinking negative. You always doing something that's negative. Okay, you're always saying negative things about people. You don't like yourself. You're a negative person, and usually negative people are people with low self-esteem. But you didn't get the low self-esteem card, but you need to get it. So you have low self-esteem. Usually people that's negative have low self-esteem. Because I know a friend of mine from a long time ago, when we was friends way back then when we was younger, she said, I'm miserable. I'm always miserable. I said, that's because you're negative. And she has no self-esteem. And until you start loving yourself and getting yourself together, you're always going to be a negative person. You're always going to be a miserable person. So whoever this is, you are a negative person. So most likely, not most likely, if you're a negative person, you're a miserable person, and you're not happy, and you don't love yourself, and you have no low self-esteem or no self-esteem. And that's why you're always talking negative and thinking negative and saying negative things, because you are a negative person. Period. That's what the fuck you are. February's. This is for people in the month of February. I don't give a fuck what sign you are. You February. And if this ain't talking about you, if you're not negative, so don't be like, I ain't a negative person. I ain't a negative person. You ain't got to say all that. If that's not you, then it ain't talking about you. It's talking about whoever was born in February and is negative. That's who the fuck is talking about. If it ain't you, don't worry about it. Fuck it. Okay. So you have your other messages, the justice. And the justice card is basically wrong has been done to you. Causes of the past affects you today. You do not get what you expect. So I'm just going to pick this. I'm going to pick one. Causes of the past affects you today. So with this, you're a negative person card. Sometimes when things were done to you in the past, or when you was little, that might have caused you to become a negative person. When you have a lot of negative people around you, or in your family, or your mom, and that's all you have around you, that's all you see is negative shit, and you have a mom that's always negative, always talking negative, never trying to lift you up, never trying to tell you you're beautiful, or you know, everything that a mom's supposed to do to lift their kids up and talk positive to you. You have parents who always downgrading you and always making fun of you and always saying something negative about you, even if it's not true. It's always something negative. It's always a lie. If you was brought up in that type of environment, um, that causes the past to affect you today. So it says causes of the past affects you today. So that affects you. And that's why you are a negative person. That's why you got that car. Because your past made you a negative person. It still affects you today. That still affects you. And some people might not even realize that they're negative like that. They might not even see it. They might just think that some people might just think that that's how you supposed to be. Like that's normal. There go the word. Some people might think that's normal. Like, I'm not trying to be smart, but this one Spanish guy that this was years ago that I like. We wasn't going together. We were just having sex when I was having sex. Then now I'm solid. I ain't having sex no more. But to make a long story short, that's not important. He wasn't circumcised, and I never seen that before. And he told me, he said he thought that was normal. I said, you ain't circumcised? He's like, no. So I start telling him about, people who are not circumcised and how that's just extra skin that you don't need. And you have to keep that clean real good. And you can get a disease quicker than a person who is circumcised. Not, I ain't saying you not that person who's not circumcised can't get chlamydia. No, I mean like bacteria grows up inside that skin, that type of shit. And I was like, why didn't you ever ask your mom why didn't she circumcise you? And he's like, no, I never asked her. I said, well, even though you're older, you can still get that done. And he was like, said no, he didn't want to get it done. And me and him, we had a long talk about it. He's like, I thought that was normal. So he thought that was normal. He told me, he said the people who are not circumcised are the ones who get the bacteria diseases quicker. And I said, no, I said that skin, any doctor will tell you that extra skin doesn't need to be on there. That's why they say if you want to get your kids circumcised, get them circumcised, because that's just skin. It don't do nothing. And you got to keep that extra clean, because all that dirt and stuff get down in there and caked up in there. Ugh. And so he said, I thought that was normal. And he said that he thought his penis was normal, and the guys that wasn't circumcised penis wasn't normal. And I said, no, whether you circumcised or not, you still gotta, your penis is still normal, but you got that extra skin that has it shouldn't be there. Like, that's just stupid. So it looks like a turtle. You ever see a turtle and the head pop out? That's how it look. That's how a guy's dick looks when it's, excuse me. That's how a guy's penis look when it's fucking not circumcised. Because when it gets hard, it pops out its shell like a turtle head pops out its shell. That's how that shit look. So it's nasty too. Okay, I'm done with that. So whatever. But anyways, shit, I don't even, okay. So the past affects you. I don't know how I got on that damn subject, but the past affects you, so that's why you got the card. You're a negative person. Some people might grew up around negativity or a negative family member, or always have family or friends or so-called friends, and people always saying negative shit around to them. So that's why they grew up to be a negative person and grew up with no self-esteem and stuff like that. It might be from that. So this card is basically saying causes of the past still affects you today. So whatever you've been through in the past affects you still today. And that's might be what the reason why you're so negative. So get out that negativity, get out that black cloud. Come on, y'all, get it right, Jesus. Get it right. That's for people who was born in February. Like I said, don't matter what sign you are, February. If it ain't talking about you, if you're not a negative person, then it ain't talking about you. Point blank, period. And you got the justice card. Oh, and I want to say one more thing for February. You have you do not get what you expect. So for the justice card, you don't get what you expect. Okay, so that could be maybe you get ready to go to court and you expecting a certain amount of money, but you don't get that certain amount. You get money, but you don't get that amount. Um, but it's basically telling you you don't get what you expect. So you ain't gonna get what you expect. Maybe you expecting to inherit some money from grandma passed or mom passed or somebody passed, or you expecting a heritage, and maybe you're not gonna get that heritage that you was expecting. That's what just came to me. Could be that, or you're not gonna get that house that you was expecting to get in this heritage in this heritage. When people, somebody died, they leave you something. You're not gonna get what you expect. So that can be whatever. I'm not gonna get into it because this is just messages, so I'm not gonna go all through that. Okay, that was for February. People who born in February. Now March, and this is me too. This is people who was born in March. No matter what sign you are. Now, this is not me right here. This is not talking about me. Like I said, this might not be talking about you. But I was born in March though. So March message is you are doing black magic on someone. Okay, March people, if you're out there, you're listening to me. Listen to me very careful. Okay, this black magic shit is nothing to play with. If you are doing black magic on somebody, you need to fucking stop doing that. Because let me tell you about black magic. The Bible says you reap what you sow. Karma will come back to see you in the Witch and Witchcraft book. It's not good. There's somebody out there that's doing this black magic on a person because of jealousy. Because they're jealous of her. When you do black magic, and black magic could be love spells, doing a love spell on somebody, doing the honey jar thing, putting period blood in their food, yeast in their food, whatever part of your body that you saliva or something that you put in their food. Like that's nasty, but people do that. All because you want somebody, you want that man. All because you want that man. And it's always people who do this, it's always people who want somebody else's man or want somebody else's husband. Well, if you're gonna fucking do black magic and do love spell to make somebody love you, why don't you do black magic on a single person and just ask the spirits to bring you somebody single that's gonna love you and love you right and treat you right instead of doing the spell on a person who's already married and happy in his marriage or in his relationship. Y'all females always trying to get somebody else something that ain't yours. You always want to get somebody else's man, somebody else's husband. Find your own shit. Okay, stop doing that shit because it might work, and if it does, it might last for a couple of years, and you might be happy with this person. This person's not happy with you, but because of the spell, this person is happy. Because the spell, he's in love with you. But it never lasts. It doesn't last. Sooner or later, he's going to start treating you bad. He's going to start calling you bitches and whores. Like, maybe he was the type of person never called you bitch or a whore and never, like, cussed you out like that. No matter how big the argument was, he didn't hit you below the belt. He's going to be hitting you below the belt. He's going to spit in your face. I just seen paint being thrown on somebody. You know how when you paint in your house, the big round pot thing that the paint comes in. I just seen that being thrown on somebody, like thrown in their face. So paint, whoever this is, they threw paint in your face. Like they're this guy is really treating you like shit now, and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like we've been together for 3 years, and he never even said call me out my name, call me a bitch or nothing. He was always good to me, always loving. And now all of a sudden I wake up and he's a whole different person. Like I wake up next to him, even the sex is different. Like you're like even the sex is horrible. Even the sex is like aggressive, and When he was having sex with me, his eyes looked like it turned black. Like his eyeball didn't actually turn black, but it looked like he was possessed or something. Like he's changing, and this person just changing. Everything about him changed, and not just you notice it. His family, everybody knows that he's becoming a meaner person. Like he's mad. Like something like you did something, and he's not just treating you like that. He's treating everybody like that. He's just mean because somebody put black magic on him. Somebody cast a spell on him. It don't have to be a love spell. It could be whatever spell. Somebody cast a spell on this person. And if you are the one doing black magic on somebody, you really need to stop doing that, because all that's going to do is come back on you. And believe me, there's people out there that did black magic on people, whether it was a love spell or not. And it's a lot of people out there that's not here today, that's dead because of doing love spells on people or doing black magic on people. That these men can get obsessed with you or women and kill your ass. Will you be trying to like I seen on TV that happened before? And the guy was trying, he was a gay guy, and he wanted this guy to like him, fall in love with him so bad, he kept doing love spells on him, black magic love spells and all that shit on him. And the guy started getting real aggressive and obsessive. I mean, he was getting out of control. So the guy was trying to do reversal spells on him to reverse this. I mean, not reverse the spell. The guy was trying to do spells to get that spell off of him. He was trying to take it off of him so he can leave him alone. And he didn't get a chance to get what he was doing, because the guy ended up coming to his house and killing him. He stabbed him to death. And when the cops came in there, y'all probably seen that show before too. I forgot the name of it. This was like years ago. The cops came in there, and some of the Spanish police officers didn't want to touch it because it had to do with Santeria. And like, when you believe in that shit, you ain't supposed to put your hands on that stuff. But the other white cops, not trying to be racist, I'm just saying the other cops, they wasn't afraid, because they ain't worried about that religion. So basically the moral of the story is, the guy was trying to reverse the spell, to take the spell off of him, the love spell off of him. He was in the process of doing that, but he never got a chance because the guy ended up killing him. He ended up stabbing him. And I know that happens. When you fuck around with this black magic shit and these love spells, and it don't even gotta be a love spell. Black magic, period. Whatever you doing is negative. It's not a good thing. Stop going around doing black magic on people and changing people's free will. If that motherfucker don't like you, he don't like you. He don't like you. You're ugly to him. So leave him the fuck alone. I hate to fucking say it like that, but I ain't sugarcoating shit. You ugly, and he think you ugly, and he don't like you because you ugly. So leave that man alone. Point blank, period. I ain't trying to be smart. I'm just letting you know what the fuck it is. Now, if you ain't ugly, then I ain't talking to you. Or maybe you might be ugly to him. Like, you might not think you ugly, but he might think you ugly. But I'm just saying, like, if somebody don't like you, then fuck them. Go talk to somebody who will like you. I mean, that's just what that is. Leave motherfuckers alone. Stop bothering married men. Stop bothering men in a relationship. Stop bothering these motherfuckers that's in this relationship. Even if you say, well, he ain't happy with his wife. Well, so what? What the fuck you want with him then? If he ain't happy with her, he ain't gonna be happy with you either. He gonna treat, when he divorce, because he probably won't divorce his wife, how you think you gonna be treated? You gonna be the fucking wife, and somebody else is gonna be the other woman. So think about that. And somebody just said, no, I ain't, because I got that black magic. So this is the type of person who do black magic all the time to get what they want. Like they can't live their life without casting a spell. They have to keep casting spells and having the spells give them what they want. They can't just live a regular life and just take them punches like everybody else do. They always got to cast spells. I heard somebody say, oh, no, they won't. I got my black. Somebody just said, no, they won't, because I got my black magic. You see, you got no self-esteem. And you are the type of person that everything is magic. You do black magic. You do spells, everything. If you want a job, you'll cast a spell to get that job. You want a promotion, you'll cast a spell to get that promotion. If you want a man, you'll cast a spell on that man to get him. Like every day of your life. This was a person who was born into this type of religion, a cult, or whatever you want to call it. This is a person who was born into that, or start dipping and dabbing in that and start getting good at it and getting results every time they do this shit. But one thing I need to let you know, whether you're a female or a male, I don't care who you are. I don't care about your gender. I don't care if you're gay, you're straight. It don't matter. If this is you, really bad things are gonna start happening to you. Karma's gonna come back to see you. You're gonna reap what you sow, and it's gonna be worse than what you did to these other people, because you did this to more than one person. And you've been doing this all your life for a long time. And it's not too late to stop. But just because you stop don't mean that um, the spells that you did on somebody, the black magic that you did on somebody in the past, doesn't mean they ain't gonna come back to see you. Because it still will come back to see you. But if you don't want it to get worse, you need to stop. Stop casting these love spells on people. Come on now, y'all. Get somebody who gonna like you. If you want to cast a spell because you lonely and you want a relationship or marriage, then cast a spell and ask the spirits to bring you a single man or a single woman. No, don't give me a good looking man. I ain't trying to be smart, but if you ain't good looking, if you're not attractive, most likely you're not going to get an attractive man or attractive woman. Let's just keep that shit real. Okay, some people don't care about looks, but a lot of people do. And that's not being mean. That's just being honest. You have to be honest with yourself, okay? Not saying you gotta think, have low self-esteem and say you ugly, but you just gotta keep it real. So why don't you just say, if you're, just ask the spirits, bring me somebody who's single, who wants to get married, who wants to settle down, get married, who wants to have kids. Bring me somebody who's going to love me and treat me right, and somebody who's not going to care about if I'm attractive or not, but that's going to love me for me. Why don't you do love spells like that? No, y'all motherfuckers always want somebody look good, and some of them motherfuckers look good ain't gonna treat you right. They gonna treat you the same way as them ugly motherfuckers. Come on now, preach about it. March, whoever's born in March, this message is for you. You are doing black magic on someone. Stop doing that. Your next message is a search for a higher meaning, struggling to repair a relationship, and overflowing abundance of love. So let's go for a search for a higher meaning. That's what you need to do. You need to search for a higher meaning. Stop doing this black magic. Whoever you are, you're doing black magic on somebody. Stop doing this black magic on somebody, that person or people, and search for a higher meaning. Search for something higher than that, something positive, something better. And if you got that much control over black magic where you can cast a spell and it's successful and you've been doing it for years, don't you think it's time to give something back? It just says give back. Give back. Don't you think it's time to start doing something positive with all that energy that you have? That's a gift. Like, people might not agree with me, but that's a gift. Because if you're that strong where you can cast spells on somebody, then you have a gift where you can do good stuff with that gift instead of casting bad stuff on people and negative stuff on people. Why don't you try doing some positive shit with that? Doing some positive work with that. That's what I'm taking from this message. They search for a higher meaning. That's the search for a higher meaning, something positive. This is you got the ace of cups. So that's a good card. And cups, usually for me, cups are has to do with love. And see all that water overflowing that cup? That's love overflowing that cup. So whoever this person is, if you cast a love spell on somebody, it's telling you to search for higher meanings. Get somebody else. Leave him. Let that man go. Get that voodoo off of him. Reverse that shit. Take it off of him. And let that man walk out that door. Leave that man alone. Let that man go. That man don't like you. And if you keep on bothering him, he's going to end up hurting you. Okay? So leave that fucking man alone. He don't like you. He does not like you. Okay, you should have got that card. See, I only did one message for the day. But if I'd have did two, I'm pretty sure you'd have got that card that said, he don't like you. Sometimes you got to get mean with people like that because they don't want to listen. When somebody trying to be nice and tell you leave them alone, no thank you, they know you can't have my number, and you still bugging them. And this most of the time that's men that do that. Stop it. She don't like you or he don't like you. And this is for March. And this is your message for March. Anybody that was born in March, this is the message for you for the day. So January, your message was you need to stop complaining. An important message will arrive. And that's the card that you got. And this is just messages. This ain't no damn reading, so I ain't gonna tell you what the K-Knights of Cups mean. February, you got your message is you are a negative person. You do not get what you expect. And you got the Justice card. Hold on, you got the Justice card. February. People who were born in February. And last is March. And March, your card, your message is you are doing black magic on someone. So, where's that card? January got, no, that's not, okay, you didn't get that card. You should have got that card. But March is you are doing black magic on someone. And I think, a search for a higher meaning. So, you need to stop doing that black magic. Whoever that's for, stop doing it. If you got a family member who does it, they need to stop doing it. But, like I said, this is for you. And you got the Ace of Cups card. Let that love overflowing when you search for that higher meaning, like it says. They search for a higher meaning. Search for that higher meaning. Stop doing that negative black magic, devil worshiping bullshit, trying to control people. Control your damn self. So that's January, February, and March. And I really hope this messages help somebody. I hope you to be able to see yourself. If this is you, these messages is for May the 14th, 2019, which is the day. I believe the day is Monday, or is it Tuesday or Monday? And the message that for January, February, and March, people who was born in January, February, and March, this message is for the person who's listening. If it's more than one person at your house listening to this message, then it's for either all y'all or one of y'all. So this message is not really for a family member or a friend or nothing like that. It's for you. If it does not resonate with you, then they ain't talking to you. This message ain't for you. Click off. So if you like this video, click on a like. If you don't like it, click on a thumbs down or don't dislike. Subscribe to my page if you want to, and it's the red button with the white letters at the bottom and the notification next to the subscribe button, which is the bell, and the like and dislike button is also at the bottom of this page. Thank you. I hope everybody have a wonderful day, and just remember please stop complaining. If you got it made, just stop complaining. You are a negative person. Get out of that negativity. You are doing black magic on someone. Stop doing the black magic.